G'day guys, Revid's back again. I hope you're all well. Look guys, I'm now currently filming part 3 of my series of films not on DVD and Blu-ray. So yeah, look, unfortunately once we get past this episode, that's it for me with what I have in my collection on this subject, and we'll kick it off with Firebird 2015 AD, which is obviously another post-apoc film. And the main star is Darren McGavin, who was in that Night Stalker series that used to play on TV, the old, I think it was a 70s show from memory. And this is quite a good one. It's an Americanized post-apoc film as opposed to the usual Italian production. But I liked it quite a lot. I mean, as you can see, it's quite a rare tape. It is a bit tatty and whatnot, but it's, as you can see on the back, with their so-called high-tech clothing and stuff on. It's quite amusing. I did like that one a lot. Here's quite a rare one here. 2002, The Rape of Eden. It's a pretty rare tape. I've only ever seen maybe 1 or 2 other copies. The problem is it's on a cheap label called Peacock Films, and my player couldn't track it. But in saying that, I have a new player now, a high-end Sony deck. But I haven't gone back and tried to watch it again. I mean, it does look pretty amusing, and I was able to watch some of it, but as I say, it's one of those instances where that particular tape refused to track properly in the other machine I had. Sons of Steel, yet again, another post-apoc film, and this seems to be a recurring thing. There's a lot of these post-apoc type films that just are not getting disc releases, and from memory, this was an Australian production. I don't have really fond memories of it, but it's one of those things where I watched it a long time ago, and it does have its fans. So I do need to go back and watch Sons of Steel again at some point. Now I was surprised when I looked into this. Fatal Games doesn't have a disc release. The other similar one does, Killer Workout, which always gets confused with this, but as I keep saying, look, I could be wrong, but you know guys, I'm just going by my own research that I've done online to work out whether these have disc releases. But as far as I can see, and this one was quite good, it was quite amusing, Fatal Games, so I mean, it's worth a look, that one. Another one, we didn't get this one released here, Rolf the Mad Mercenary, and you guys know my favourite films are the Jungle Actioners, and this one wasn't too bad, but to be honest, all the trailers and everything on YouTube pretty much showed all the good scenes. You know, you've probably seen the notorious scene when he throws the child in the air and Skeet shoots him with a machine gun. Not what he's actually doing there, but it is in the film. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's worth a look, and it is again another one I need to go back and rewatch. It has been at some time, but it was one of those films that you always read about how horrific it was and everything, and how cruel it was. But then when you watch it, it didn't quite deliver as to what you suspected. Here's quite a rare one, Holocaust II on King of Video. And this was quite a weird exploitation and Nazi type film. I don't even know how to explain it. It does have an R rating on this, which is quite bizarre for an old King of Video tape. I mean, oddly, they used to have like P, G, or NRC, not recommended for children, on them. This one actually has an R rating. From memory, it did have nudity through it, and I didn't mind that one. From memory, it was quite bizarre, you know. Kill Alex Kill. This one is on Merlin Video. I can't even remember this. It couldn't have been that great. And I did look it up. There is no disc release. Yeah, it was like a strange late 70s actioner from memory, but it was nothing great. But again, as I say, no disc release. This one surprises me again. Look, I could be wrong, guys. I don't think there is any proper official disc release of Ghetto Blaster. I did, on my research, see that there was one that double billed with another B-grade actioner, but from what I could tell, that particular disc wasn't an official release. It was some sort of knockoff, which is why I've included it in this video today. But that's quite a good one, you know, for fans of B-grade action trash. It's very amusing. As for whether it warrants an R rating, probably not. I'm not really sure why there's an R rating on that one. China White, this surprises the fuck out of me. There is no disc release of that. Billy Drago's in it, but to be honest, Drago's not in it for too long. And it's nothing original. I mean, it's your typical Yakuza action type film. But I did like it. It was quite a good one, and it does deserve a disc release. And our tape is fully uncut. Reasonably hard to find. A bit of an odd one here, 40 Graves for 40 Guns. There is sadly no disc release of this as well. And it's also known as Machismo, however you want to pronounce it. But I have been told numerous times that the tape here is cut. I really couldn't tell you offhand what's cut, I really don't know. But I do recall watching it and thinking that it was like whole scenes were gone, so I'm not really sure on the deal with that one. This was one I really liked, Bells. It's also called like Killer Phone or something like that. I can't even remember the alternate title, but most of you watching this will recognise that roadshow tape. But it was quite a good one. It was really strange because this was in my collection for, you know, a good 10 to 12 years before I actually sat down and watched it, and I was amazed. For some reason I thought it'd be quite crap. You know, a lot of these things, the sleeve design and whatever, you know, looks fantastic, but when you actually sit there and watch it, it's a crap film. But that to me delivered. I liked it a hell of a lot. Final Justice with Joe Don Baker. That was quite a good one as well. It's an R-rated B-grade actioner. I did like that one a lot. It's well worth checking out, that one. I did dig that. This was quite an odd one. It was a bit of a monster fest on a remote island with Deborah Raffine and Peter Fonda. And it wasn't too bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's no classic by any means, but I would say it is worth a look. It's on the Sundowner label, that one. Yeah, it's worth having a look. Anyway, put it that way. Death Vengeance with Tom Skerritt. I did like this one a lot. It was, I guess you could sort of say, a lower grade Death Wish type film. Another vigilante sort of film, you know, and I really dig vigilante films, so I do recommend this one. It had quite a good story, a little bit different from your usual vigilante type film, and I did enjoy that one quite a bit. As did I thought Jackals was very good as well. It's got sort of plot turns and twists all the way through it. Basically, it's revolving around murderous and corrupt cops out in, you know, I don't even remember where it was now, out in the Arizona desert or something like that it was from memory, but it was quite a good film. Again, I'm surprised there's no disc release of that, because honestly it's well worth a look, that one. JC, again, this falls into the category of one that I have had for probably 10 to 15 years, and I've never really sat there and watched it. I mean, biker films when I was younger were my thing, but these days not so much. It's on the Embassy label. Quite a nice design and whatnot on that one, but I can't really comment on it, as I say, guys, because I've not watched it. But there is no disc release. This is another thing that I'm finding. Made-for-TV films, I'm finding the majority of those are not released on DVD or Blu-ray. This one, Hotline, with Linda Carter, who was, of course, Wonder Woman. It does have a very good sleeve design, as you can see. But it's another that I'm yet to watch. I don't even know what this is rated. Oh, it's PG. I think that's what I was going to say. That's what threw me. I've seen a PG rating on the back, went, yeah, but I should really, you know, have the balls and sit there and fucking watch the thing. Scream Time. This is an anthology film, and the same way that Creepshow was. I do like this one quite a lot, and again, I'm absolutely surprised that there is no disc release of this, as I say, as far as I am aware. Silk 2 is a Cirio Santiago film. Now, oddly, Part 1 is out. I think Code Red, from memory, put it out on disc. Part 2 is way better. It has way more action, way more going on. It's way more interesting, but there is no disc release, which surprises me, and it is a very, very good film. You guys know that I love Filipino actioners, and this one, to me, really, really delivers. I've watched it numerous times. What do we got? Mindstalk, Palace Explosive tape. I found this one to be absolutely terrible. I mean, I collect the Palace Explosive tapes solely to get the whole set. I'm still missing 3. But, yeah, this was dreadful. I mean, you can even see by the back of the cover there, it was just a piece of shit. Like, I watched it once, I'll never watch it again. Now here's one that never had an Australian release. W is War. It's again another Filipino actioner. It's a post-apoc film. And, you know, many reviews and screenshots and everything you see, it promised the world, but I don't know, honestly guys, it wasn't that fantastic. It was, again, falls into the category of it's worth a look. Maybe watch it online if you guys want to check it out, but it's not worth the price that I paid for this Japan tape. Umberto Lenzi war film called Wartime. It's not really ever talked about. It does come under other titles, but offhand, I couldn't tell you because I really can't remember now. My memory's pretty shocking these days. It wasn't bad. It wasn't fantastic. It's not something you would watch over and over, but I do like Lenzi's work. So, you know, if you're a Lenzi fan, it's worth looking at. Again, another Filipino actioner. As you guys can see, I've got a lot of Filipino stuff. This was fantastic. I have gone on about this on other videos that I've done. Forgotten Warrior, and I find it absolutely hilarious. And as I've commented before, the guy's running through the jungle trying to conceal himself, and he runs around with this bright yellow shirt on, and it's just hilarious. It's one of those films that, you know, it's an actioner that's supposed to play seriously, but it's unintentionally hilarious. I fall over laughing whenever I watch that one. A David Pryor film, Night Wars. This one was quite good. It's sort of a mix between a jungle action or a Nightmare on Elm Street, where the guy's nightmares actually become real, and these guys come after him in his dreams and that sort of thing. And it's quite well done. I'm not the biggest fan of Pryor films apart from Deadly Prey, but this one was quite good. I did enjoy that one. Interzone, again, I did check out online for this. It looks like there is a DVD, but I believe it is not an official release. And it's got Bruce Abbott in it from The Last Starfighter and Reanimator. And this is a Claudio Fragasso post-apoc film. And like I keep saying, guys, a lot of post-apoc films just are not getting disc releases. I don't know how to explain this. It's a pretty bad film. I mean, if you've seen Claudio Fragasso films, then you know what you're in for, but I find it amusing. Mean Dog Blues. This was a really good one with George Kennedy. And it was quite good. I did enjoy that. It's like a prison film set out in the desert again. I think it's Arizona desert, something like that. Sort of reminded me a bit of Turkey Shoot, but it was a really, really good film. I do recommend Mean Dog Blues. This was a bit of an oddity. It's on Delta Video. Searchers of the Voodoo Mountain. I guess you could liken it to an Indiana Jones type adventure film. It wasn't fantastic, but, you know, it wasn't bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's worth a look, but it's, you know, as with a lot of these things, it's nothing to rave about, but it's a good tape to have. Does have a nice cover and whatnot as well. I really enjoyed this one, Jungle Warriors. Now, this is the old Roadshow tape, and it's quite a nice release because the gold lettering there is actually embossed into the clear plastic. And it was quite a good film. It's like a jungle exploitationer, but it's cut here. Sadly, there's like sexual violence cut out of this one. I did try and watch the uncut one, which came off of a Greek VHS, but the print quality was so dark that I didn't even end up watching the film. So I'm really, really praying that we do get, you know, a proper uncut DVD or Blu-ray release of this one, because it's really good. I do recommend that a lot. I did forget to show you this. This is the alternate sleeve of Mean Dog Blues, which I do prefer. Same film, just a different sleeve. But it is a good, as I say, it's a great film. It's well worth checking out. And there's the other one there. Last film, guys, for the series is Fist of Glory. It didn't get an Australian release, and it's really, really good. It's really bizarre. How can I explain it? It's like one part Lethal Weapon, one part Kickboxer, and one part Jungle Action, all in one. It's almost like 3 films rolled into one. And me and my good buddy Nick, we both really enjoy this. It's a really, really good film. I mean, if you're a fan of B-grade actioners, in particular, you know, jungle actioners and, you know, like I say, Lethal Weapon type knockoffs, then this is for you. It's really, really good. Very entertaining. Full of explosions, fist fights, cunts riddled with bullets, you know, you name it. That, you know what you're in for, you know, just going by looking at that. Alright guys, that is it. I'm done. So I've got to, as usual, put all this away that I've dug out for you lot. I hope you've had fun. I've had fun making them. It has been A lot of work, I got to admit, it has been a lot of work, but it's something that I haven't really seen anyone else do, probably because of the amount of work involved. But anyway, I'm going to go, guys. I have some beer to enjoy and the rest of the weekend to enjoy myself. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Take care of yourselves.